Wally, Wally. Oh, good boy. Welcome to the TOK expedition. TOK standing for the trading of knowledge. This is the space where there are no egos and we have a total open-mindedness. Yes, the dressage industry can be sometimes a hard place to live in, to exist, to be successful. And often that creates this feeling of keeping all your knowledge to yourself so that what you've worked for you're able to gain from. But at the same token, if everyone's keeping the knowledge to themselves, nothing is shared. No new knowledge and ideas are created. And I also feel the more ideas I want to come into my head, the more ideas I like to share and get out of my head, to make space in your mind for the inspiration and the ideas that make the horse's life better. So how's the TOK expedition going to work? I'll be giving a testimonial or insight into a rider that I've admired and observed over the time, and I'm going to be asking them what are their basic principles, what are the things that they believe in, what is their vision for their horses. And at the same time I'll be asking a technical question on how they get a specific thing, how they teach a certain thing, how they get their horses to understand an aspect of their riding that I think is the future and the direction of the way our sport is going. After they've given their brilliant insight and their vision into what they're doing with their horses and how they're achieving what they're achieving, I ask them to do the same, that they're able to think of a rider or a trainer that's given them inspiration, a rider that is doing something that impresses them, and I get them to ask the question to their favorite rider and get them to ask for the information that will inspire them and everybody else further. So the TOK expedition, it's where it's at. For the first episode of the TOK expedition, I'm giving my testimonial and my question through to a rider from Ubenhausen, the home of the dressage horse. Jessica von Bredow-Werndl and her brother Benjamin are running a stable in Germany. And for me, the perspective that I get, especially from seeing Jessica at the shows, is that her horses are in a position where they are really happy and really want to do the job. This is kind of the thing that I get when I watch them both work their horses. They're really thinking about the horse and really thinking about the individual horse and developing a program that really fits them. And that resonates a lot with me. In a lot of my clinics, I'm telling and saying a lot, who is my horse and what is he thinking? And for me, Jessica is really a rider where this is really present, and it's a principle that you can see visually in the way she rides. There's a big contrast these days in the dressage where you see horses that are being made to do something, and you are seeing horses that have learned and understand and are happy about what they are doing. And I think this is something that I really see in all of Jessica's horses and the way she's riding and training. So for me, she is a big inspiration and something that I definitely think both Benjamin and Jessica are really working in a way with their horses that is the future for the dressage sport, that their horses are a real happy athlete and they're creating horses that really want to do the job and enjoy the job. So my question to Jessica is that I would love for you to explain your principles in your daily work with your horses. What are the things that you like to create in your horses? What are the things that you like to feel from your horses and the feelings you like to give them? And what is your vision in the end in which you want your horses to be able to perform with? So that's my first question. And then Jessica, my technical question is, or the thing that I see on nearly all your horses, and I admire every time you come onto the diagonal, is your flying changes. That they're on every horse absolutely straight, forward with jump, you're sitting in the perfect position still and in balance, you're not following the moving leg, you're really in balance, staying on the supporting leg. And I want to ask you, what is your thought? What is your plan or your vision of when you're starting the sequence changes on the horses? What is the feeling, your description of your feeling when you ride them in the test, of being able to have this straightness and stability and balance, and the horse really feeling in his body that he has no resistance and really the flow, and it seems effortless and just in the natural balance of his normal canter. So that is my question to you, and I look forward to hearing your response.
Hi Tristan, thank you for your compliments. I feel very honored that you have chosen me for your first episode of the TOK expedition. I think we really share the same vision, that we want to explain our horses their ability to move beautifully and to show them their possibilities, that everything is easy at the end for them and they really want to work with us and they really have fun by everything they're doing with us. I love to compare our horses with highly skilled children because they really want to do it right if they know how we want them to move or what we want them to do. And I think it's our job to find good ways that the training with our partners is fun for them. It's our job to motivate them and to build them up as real personalities and make them proud, and I think at the end they pay us everything back when we just treat them as real great dancing partners. So you wanted to know from me how I teach my horses the flying changes or the tempi changes, and what are my secrets or advices for you. First of all, as soon as my horses have understood the simple or single flying change, it's important not to do many of them, but to do a few in the training sessions with high quality. So quality instead of quantity. Another important advice I can give you is to try to reduce the aids for the flying changes, even if your horses don't react on them for the first times. Because you cannot give nearly invisible aids at the competitions to celebrate the flying changes if you don't train it at home. My third advice for the straightness is not to focus on the hind legs, but to focus on keeping the shoulder in a straight line. Sometimes it helps just to give small little half holds with your new outside hand to keep the shoulder straight. Now I want to know from you, Tristan, what are your 3 favorite exercises to calm the horses down at competitions when you realize that they're a bit nervous? For example, when you arrive the day before the competition and you show them the arena and you just feel, they're a bit tense. How can I help them to be confident and just to be happy in this ring the next day? I'm looking forward to hearing from you.